As a business owner, if you've ever thought, why is everybody busy but nothing's actually getting done? Well, you're not alone. One of the biggest challenges small businesses face is execution, not ideas, not ambition, but execution. That's why I want to talk to you about the four disciplines of execution. This book has one of the most practical systems I've seen in a long time that really help businesses improve accountability and actually move towards their goals. The first discipline in the book is focus on the wildly important. Most businesses are trying to focus on too many things at once: sales, hiring, customer service, profitability, marketing, etc. Um, in all honesty, when everything matters and everything's the most important, nothing's important. Um, Nothing gets the attention it deserves. So the author calls on us to focus on our WIGs, the wildly important goals. This is us narrowing down to one or two key goals that will produce the biggest impact for your business. Apple CEO Tim Cook once said, Apple says no to good ideas every day, so they can focus their enormous amount of energy on the few things they choose to pursue. And that's really hard for small business owners like myself and many entrepreneurs. We love ideas, we love the new shiny thing. Uh, but focus and goals require us to say no to other things. The second discipline is act on lead measures. So, most of us as business owners, we fixate on lag measures, revenue, profit, growth, but those things we can't actually directly control. Um, The lead measures are the activities that drive lag measures. As an example, revenue is a lag measure, and sales calls completed each week is a lead measure. The important thing is that lead measures must be predictive and influential, where accountability starts to improve when people know where the what actions matter the most. And so, if we focus our energy on lead measures, then we can really begin to impact those lag measures. The third discipline is keep a compelling scoreboard. So, as a kid, you probably used to shoot basketball with a friend or play a pickup game of any type of sport, and y'all just are having fun. But then somebody all of a sudden says, "Well, let's play till 10." Everything changes all of a sudden. Now everybody starts locking in and focusing, and the better player comes out. People perform differently when they know the score. So most businesses have scoreboards that only the owner really knows. They're complicated spreadsheets. They speak the owner's language, but don't actually translate to the team. A good scoreboard should be simple, visible, and easy to understand. When a team member looks at it, they should know immediately whether or not we're winning or we're losing. Um, and it doesn't have to be fancy. I've seen the KPI dashboards, I've seen sales thermometers, whiteboards, charts. It just has to speak your team's language. The fourth discipline is create a cadence of accountability. This is where consistency happens. The system recommends short weekly meetings, 20 to 30 minutes long, focused entirely on the WIGs, the wildly important goals. Three things should happen. First, report on last week's commitments. You do a check in. Second, review the scoreboard. Are we winning or are we losing? Third, make commitments for the next week. It's really that simple. The important part is you don't constantly tell people what to do. The ownership is what really matters. People become more accountable when they commit that to actions themselves. Psychologists talk about this called co-creation. If you tell somebody to do something, the percentage drastically drops whether or not they're going to do it. But if you create something together and they're a part of the process of what they're going to achieve, the chances increase enormously. So now here's the reality that every business owner faces. Urgency and importance are always fighting at each other, and urgency usually wins. So the whirlwind never stops. But if you don't dedicate at least some focused time to important goals, you end up working incredibly hard without feeling real progress. That's why these disciplines matter. Because ultimately, lasting business improvements usually don't come from a stroke of a pen. Solutions like new software or policy, it comes from behavioral change within your organization. Better focus, clear priorities, consistent accountability, and disciplined execution. That's how business grows sustainably.